If your content is not bringing the right kind of engagement for you, the right kind of followers, you're not getting what you want, you're not meeting up your goals, then you need to go back and recheck how your content is and how it is landing with people. Hey fellowpreneur, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Halimatu Smile. I'm a social media manager and content creator. I talk about social media tips, side hustles and monetization, basic editing skills using Canva and CapCut in order for your content to thrive. If that sounds like you, do subscribe and turn on your notifications so you can get valuable videos, and then do watch this video to the end in order to learn today. So today we're going to be discussing how to get your content in front of your ideal target audience. Yeah, that is how to get more visibility, how to get reach. And personally, based on my personal research, I feel this all boils down to how good you are at creating hooks. Now, a lot of people feel like, okay, when you're creating content, just create the content and just put it out there. But there's so much more that goes into creating content than just doing your videos or just putting reels out there. These days, you have loads of people doing content. We have millions, if not billions, of people creating content out there. What makes yours something unique? What makes yours different? What makes me want to stop scrolling and watch your content? What makes me stop scrolling and watching your content is called hooks. Those first few seconds of your content, that is the most important part of your content, because that is what will make people to actually stop and watch. Then when they watch, you now think of how to retain them up to the end, to your call to action. Now, hooks are attention grabbing text or visual that calls the attention of your ideal target audience or calls the attention of a passerby to make them stop and actually watch your content. Now we have two different types of hooks. We have the text hooks and then we have the visual hooks. The text hooks are probably words that you're saying or what's on the screen as an overlay that actually conveys an interesting message that tempts people to actually watch that content to the end or to make people read your caption to the end. Now, if you want to go about creating hooks, it all boils down again to your target audience. Yeah, I know I mentioned target audience a lot, but if you are into business, you're into content creation, even if you're an influencer, you have an ideal target audience. And if you have an ideal target audience, you have to create your content to resonate with them. That is how to actually get them to stop scrolling, watch your content, engage with it, and then get value from it. And then you're probably getting what you want or your goal for creating that particular content. Okay, so think of your ideal target audience, think of what they like, what makes them actually want to stop by on maybe your TikTok, your YouTube, or your Instagram to actually read that caption or to actually watch that particular video. Their interest will determine the line to go with the hook that you're trying to use. So starting your videos for maybe sales with maybe hey guys, or do you know that, those kind of things would not usually cut it these days, because we now have more people into content creation. We have lots of people doing the same thing that you're doing, so you have to stand out, you have to be unique to get their attention. So think of different attention grabbing text that you can use. If you want to get inspiration, you can use AI to do your research. If you use the right prompt, ChatGPT or any AI of your choice can actually generate hook ideas that work for you. And then you can tweak these hook ideas generated by AI to get the one that actually resonates with your target audience, and then use that to create your content or your reels. Very easy. Okay, so this prompt I usually use most time. You tell your AI, that is maybe your ChatGPT or whichever AI you're using, you tell it to assume the position of, you put your position, like probably what you do or what you niche you belong to. Tell it your ideal target audience and tell it to give you hook ideas that you want to use to generate engagement or make people read your content to the end or make people take up a particular action. When you give this kind of prompt ChatGPT, it gives you like an in-depth text on the kind of hooks to use. That is for your text hook. The next one we're going to consider now are the visual hooks. Visual hooks are like actions that you do. They might be aesthetically pleasing actions. They might be shocking actions, funny actions, basic actions that you do that actually makes people to want to watch your video. That is when you see people starting their videos with memes, you see people starting their videos with a particular funny clip or something like that, just so they can get the attention of a stopper, of a passerby, to actually watch their video to the end. So you can also consider doing this if you do long form videos, or you can embed them in between your videos just to keep attention of your ideal target audience. Now, it is not enough to just have your hooks. Your hooks will make them stop and watch, but what actually makes them continue watching is the value you're putting out there. You need to make sure that your content is valuable, and then the messaging is on point. It is something that your ideal target audience will want to listen to, because that is what will make them read that caption to the end or watch that video to the end in order to get the information that you're trying to pass across. Okay, so whether it's a video you're doing, whether it's a text, make sure that it is structured. If you're doing the captions, maybe on Instagram or on Facebook, make sure that you use line breakers. This allows people to take the information in bits, not as overall. Because if you put like text, big words of text, just like I'm showing you on the screen right now, if you put large words of text like that, it discourages people to read because they feel that they're much. But if you do it this other way, just like I'm showing you right now, it makes people feel like it's in bits. It's easier for them to digest and then to read all the way through. Same thing for your video. Have a particular flow. Plan out your video from what you want to discuss, what's the main topic, what you intend discussing, what they would what's the benefit of listening to that video, or what they would achieve by actually watching that video all to the end. Make sure you're putting that also in place. So your video should flow. It should not be just bulky or random things altogether. It should go from one point to another, and it should be things that your ideal target audience would be interested in. So when you do all this, always ensure that you're ending with a call to action, be it telling them to leave a comment, be it telling them to subscribe or follow. Leave a call to action that people can act upon. If not, the messaging just ends abruptly and then they don't know what to do. They'll just scroll past by. Okay, so make sure you have all this in place, and then you definitely see a difference in your engagement and then how people perceive your content. And then there's a short formula to all this. It's called the hook, the retain, and the reward. That is the hook to get their attention. The retain is your value in the main content, and then the reward or call to action is where you actually give them actionable steps on what next to do after they've gotten that value from your video. I hope you've learned one or two things today. If you did, please encourage me by dropping a comment so I can know you've actually gotten something. Or if you have questions about this particular video or any of my other videos, do leave a comment. And yeah, if you've benefited from this video, please do give me a subscribe and a thumbs up. I would definitely appreciate it. It will go a long way in encouraging me. So see you on my next video. Bye.